Brothers and sisters, wagwan, wagwan, peace and blessings, greeting, Rastafari, Rastafari. So happy to have you here, tuning in, just something, as always, that I have to share with you. Brothers and sisters in the African community in America, black people in America. It is ever so crucial. It is ever so crucial to understand, overstand, and understand the time that we are in right now. Understanding the high time that we are in right now. And when I say understanding the high time that we are in, understand that right now, it is all about savaging the black image. Just like I was saying, white people are heavily invested right now in not taking accountability. That's the whole point of having a black president these last 5 to 6 years or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? To play the scapegoat game and to keep from cleaning out their own closet, to keep from addressing their own demons. They continually point the finger around the world, and they continue to try to have a bad man somewhere around the world that they can have you pay attention to through your news and your television, all to keep the focus off of them being one of the true and the greatest disturbers of peace, and one of the greatest destructive devices in world history, is white people. And just starting off from the concepts that this nation was rooted in, shit like the Civil War and the 13th Amendment, the Dred Scott decision, and them never really breaking down the Dred Scott decision of 1857 and how that was a Supreme Court ruling that ruled that black people could never be American. Black people can never be American. And that's based on a Supreme Court ruling, bro. Supreme Court ruling, 1857, Dred Scott versus Sanford. You know what I'm saying? It specifically says a person of African ancestry, whether free or slave, is not and can never be an American citizen. Therefore, a black man has no rights that a white man is bound to respect. Therefore, this permits this activity in all of the country's territories. A black man has no rights that a white man is bound to respect. A person of African ancestry. This means by bloodline. So for all of the brothers and sisters in America who you be having, I ain't from no motherfucking Africa. I ain't never been to no Africa. I don't know nothing about no Africa. We Americans who, no. And American law tells you that. Don't listen to Prophet Williams. Just go research the shit and tell me I'm wrong, man. Just go do your research and come back to me, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't take my word for it. Go validate my shit. Go prove me wrong. That's what I tell people. Prove me wrong. Don't just sit here and shake your head at my shit. Go prove. Go prove, man. Go do the research. You know what I'm saying? But understanding right now that white people are using the black image to encase their anger and give themselves the illusion that they're innocent of some shit, and to keep from, as I said, to keep from cleaning out their own closet. And it's a shame. It is a crying shame. It is a crying shame. It is a crying shame. Because when you understand politics, you understand that Barack Obama, or this so-called black man, he's really not black. His mother is white as a dry erase board. You know what I'm saying? Was raised by white people, really doesn't identify with black people beyond fucking old school and hip hop music and basketball, bro. Obama doesn't really identify with us beyond that, beyond American black culture, beyond, like I say, hip hop, basketball, smoking some cigarettes or some shit, And black people, we're so politically uneducated. We're so politically uneducated that we tried to draft Bill Clinton as a black man just because he got his dick sucked and he smoked some weed, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's just straight up. That's just straight up. That's just showing how ignorant we are politically. The simple fact that we tried to claim Bill Clinton as a black man just because he smoked weed and got some head, bro. That means every damn white boy can be black. If that's the case, I don't know a white boy that don't like head and don't like to smoke some weed. So they knew if they give you anybody that's even sort of your shade, that you would for sure lose your mind. So that's the whole science behind putting him in there, is them understanding if you were ready to accept a white man as black just because he got some head and smoked a little weed, then you would surely not question. You would not even, it wouldn't register to you. Nothing would register to you when you have someone in the White House who's even half of your complexion, you know. So when I say, you know, we need to understand how they've been savaging our image, and they've been wiping all of America's blame off on us, you know, all this bullshit they got going on, talking about how he's letting all these immigrants in the country, this, that. Look, this guy can't do nothing without the approval of other Republicans and Democrats, without the backing of other Republicans and Democrats. And just the simple fact that you've had this president here, this so-called black president, this Barack Obama, this guy is doing the most executive orders than any other president you've seen, going beyond all of the checks, all of the checks and balances, the whole order of checks and balances, more than any president ever. You know, going beyond the judicial and the legislative more than any president ever. Crossing the line. You know, crossing the line more than ever with a blackface. That's what they do. When they really are ready to cross the line, they use a blackface to do it. Just like I was saying, they had Gabrielle Union on Being Single with Mary Jane, washing her pussy over the sink and using a vibrator before she goes out. You have never seen a woman on TV, on national cable television, washing her pussy over the sink and using a vibrator before she goes out. You never seen it. But because, you know, the black image, when they're ready to, like I said, when they're ready to cross the line, that's what they do. They use the black image so they can make us look like we're not fit for leadership, or we have some animality, some type of animal mentality, whatever kind of foolishness. And this recent thing that I just seen, I have to get the guy's name, but I shared the video on Facebook. Some white dude who's basically trying to parallel Obama to Hitler, and America has always been a Hitler society. Obama could never be worse than George Bush. Do you understand that? 9/11, when 9/11 happened, you know, America was a no-fly zone, but they flew all of the bin Ladens that was in the country out of America and back to where they're from, because it was a deal between the bin Ladens and the Bushes. And this is fact. You can just look this shit up. Like I say, take the stuff that I say, do your research, check it out, man. Cross-reference. Do cross-referencing. Cross-reference what I say. Cross-reference. You know, but Bush flew out all of the bin Ladens while we had a no-fly zone during 9/11. And, wow. Mind control 101. Got the whole America hating Muslims and all this shit, but yet you flew out all the bin Ladens when we had a no-fly zone. If there was anybody that was supposed to be getting questioned and anybody that we were supposed to be detaining, it was supposed to be the bin Ladens, I would think. You know. But this is the type of shit that white people have fallen for, and millions of black people who are bound by fear, who are anti-Christ and bound by fear. Millions of white people who are anti-Christ, bound by ignorance and fear. You know, who may not understand the science that I'm dropping right now. But, like I said, man, it's all about scapegoating, making black people and African people in America look and feel like they're not fit for leadership, Because that's what this whole thing is about. Making black people look like they're not fit for leadership. And somehow we have it in us to do to white people what they've done to us, which is impossible. White people could never, black people could never do to white people what they've done to us. We have no interest. We're not even interested that much in revenge. Our revenge is being free and you know, doing what the fuck we want to do, you know, making our own laws. That's equivalent to revenge. That's just as equivalent as lifting your guns to the white man. Us just doing what the fuck we want to do, making our own laws. That's equivalent to justice, pretty much. But I say, brothers and sisters, man, I ask, beg, and